This is Independent Voice. The belligerent TPLF terrorist group continues to show arrogance by moving into regions and areas in Ethiopia it supposedly never claimed before. The most recent report indicates that TPLF has moved into an area and took refuge in Amhara region, including Lalibela. Lalibela is a United Nations World Heritage Site. If it is to be believed, Reuters reported that TPLF forces have taken control of the town of Lalibela, where the known most sacred Ethiopian Orthodox Church is located, in northern area, a town called Wello. According to Reuters, 250,000 people are said to have fled the area. Although Reuters reports, based on a phone conversation with individuals named Saifu and Dawit, it concluded its reporting stating that Reuters is unable to independently confirm what has been reported by the two sources. Readers, be aware. BBC also reported that the deputy mayor of Lalibela, Mandafro Tadesse, stated TPLF's presence in Lalibela. It is a matter of time for the facts and the details to surface. In the meantime, it is empirical not to buy into the media frenzy and propaganda to give TPLF's facilitated benign existence an undeserving space. The mindless reporting and lack of integrity, or ethical grounds for that matter, from certain media outlets is and continue to cause disruption and loss of innocent lives. TPLF is the only belligerent force that is claiming the lives of innocent civilians and the lives of innocent children. It is abundantly clear that TPLF has set out to kill and destroy before it faces its ultimate demise. The desperate need to instigate attention from the international community using strange and false narrative will be the phenomenon that will bring TPLF to its fate. Clearly, it is an orchestrated strategy to divert the focus and attention of the international community from the heinous atrocity that is being committed against children by being forced to be soldiers. The world should not divert its attention from such heinous acts. Anyone and everyone who claims to care about human rights violation, war crime against innocent children should denounce it and demand for TPLF to cease and desist its barbaric act using children as soldiers. They're children, not soldiers. They are sons and daughters. They should be allowed to grow up and live a long, productive life. Their hopes should not be dimmed by being exposed and forced to numb their minds with a dangerous substance to give their young lives for meaningless cause. Life matters. Life is worth living. No political agenda or interest should be allowed to snuff out a young life like it didn't matter, or it's a gamble. They may be poor and without the luxury of material things. They certainly did not lack the love and care of their parents. They are the hope and future of their parents and had all the potential to be what they had dreamed of becoming. Who's responsible for the loss of their lives, and who's seeking justice for their lives? Social media has shown the world young children brandishing weapons, chanting through neighborhoods, unbeknownst to them that they're being sacrificed. For the unsuspecting eye, it almost looks like they're in it willingly. What the world is deprived of is the fact that these children are given a local substance to alter their normal childlike behavior and program them to hate and kill based on ethnic differences. What child would be happy to carry a weapon instead of a book or a toy? Life is over for them as we know it. The question is, why is the world completely silent about such heinous crime? Instead of addressing such type of egregious and grotesque act, people like Samantha Power will travel across the continent carrying a bandit's message demanding for a corridor to be opened so that those responsible for shameful acts against humanity can slither out from their hiding places. What gives? One should wonder, what's in it for this administration to continue pressuring the Ethiopian government to give in to the demands of TPLF? Not one statement from any of the US officials that went to Ethiopia that denounces TPLF and its crimes against civilians and children. Why didn't Samantha Power demand for TPLF to stop being belligerent and disarm? Why not demand for TPLF to abide by the ceasefire? What was her real agenda? What message is she carrying from the leaders of TPLF that are hiding behind power and position? Why is the US administration complacent or afraid to ask the director of WHO to step down after evidence has been obtained that he was responsible for misappropriation of funds and provided equipments to his TPLF friends using funds that were meant for humanitarian purposes? Why is this not causing the world to be up in arms about not only his incompetence, but bad decisions and blatant support to TPLF? What does it take for the world to do something about those in cahoots with the deep pockets and wreak havoc on innocent civilians for their personal gain and unsatisfied appetites? The US and the world should be warned. It's a matter of time before these individuals responsible for the most egregious crimes start to infiltrate the refugee resettlement system and hide behind a fabricated story right here amongst us. The Ethiopian communities should warn and address their local elected officials the potential violence that is ensuing in their local communities. The Ethiopian diaspora must be vigilant to report activities that are meant to support violence. The Ethiopian diaspora community must remain to be the voice for the voiceless, the children that are being drugged and forced to go fight. The diaspora community must remain united and fight against self-interest and against source of division. The diaspora community must reject a self-serving agenda that does not serve a purpose and unite until Ethiopia sees the bright daybreak and the worst enemy of its sovereignty is conquered once and for all. The Ethiopian diaspora must work together and fight against the notion of divide and conquer. Every single Ethiopian diaspora must know and use the rights and responsibilities that comes with being a citizen of this great country and be empowered to break the silence and be heard individually as well as collaboratively. The Ethiopian diaspora must continue to voice unity for Ethiopia and against all forces that defies the sovereignty of Ethiopia. The world must know and see that the diaspora community is a united front with one agenda: Ethiopia first. United for Ethiopia. This is Independent Voice, and I am Mamme.